Hello, welcome to BSLIVE. Today I will be talking about USDZ file format once again, and also how we can actually kind of add a watermark or some kind of like a credit mark that you can kind of put on your 3D assets. So we now like have like a growing number of 3D assets online, right? Like on Sketchfab, maybe on Google Poly, like on Sketchfab. If you open up like a 3D, any 3D assets, and then normally you can see all this description, maybe the creator, and then also kind of like the copyright notice, like how you can use this object, can you download it, can you use it for free, all kind of things that's kind of important. Now with USDZ, however, I'm still wondering how Apple will handle the copyright on the USDZ. And this is kind of like I've been thinking about this. Perhaps one way we can approach it is to give it some kind of a mark. So I was thinking maybe we can kind of put a QR code on the 3D USDZ. I know it's probably not as good because someone could just maybe extract your 3D words and then just get rid of the marking. I don't know. Maybe the idea is that one way is that when you are sharing your USDZ, think of it like sharing photo or video online. Someone out there might use it without your permission, and you might get credit, but you might not, and someone can make money out of your work. That's something to keep in mind. But I guess on the good side, maybe we can think about USDZ as a way to bundle your 3D assets with a lot of interaction. I'm not sure if maybe Apple with USDZ will introduce some kind of a UI, like a button or sliders that you can interact with your 3D objects. But anyhow, for now, I like to share my idea is just to use a QR code, like you just saw before. This is a QR code. If you scan this using your smartphone that support a QR scanner, this will take you to my website. So yeah, you can embed something like this on your 3D, and perhaps someone will, if someone ever need to find the creator of the 3D assets, maybe they can scan this code. And this code is something that I made using Xcode. So I have a QR generator using Xcode Playground. You can actually do this using iPad as well, using Swift Playground app, if I'm not wrong. So if you have like let's say you create a link, website link, or maybe it can also be a map or just like a simple, like a secret text. You can just use this few lines of codes. This one is using CI, I think, core image filter. And if I run this, it will generate some kind of QR code. Let's see if this is working. Play. Just wait a few seconds. Running QR again. It should be showing on the right. But anyhow, you should get an image like this. You can use an app, or okay, there you go. You can use app, or there are many free apps that can generate QR code. I think Google also allows you to create QR code, but be careful with all the apps or even Google, that because their QR codes tend to have some kind of a trace, like a breadcrumbs, so they can trace you. So a good idea is to use a maybe Python QR generator. So I haven't test this, but a QR code from PyPy, this one should be able to generate a QR code for you. And I believe this is actually safe to use because it doesn't leave like a mark. So yeah. So this is an example. This is just like this weird hand gesture trophy that I created in Blender. I'm just using a skin modifier for this, just very simple. and I put a QR code at the bottom. And I also try to put it on the top, but it might look a bit ugly. But so I put it on the bottom like that. So when you are using USDZ to display your 3D objects, very likely it's gonna be field drop on the table like that. But at the bottom there's a like QR code that people can just scan. So that's an idea. But I don't know how. I think USDZ like similar to PDF can be easily extracted anyway. Like the 3D format is probably not 100% secure, but whatever you share on the internet, it's never really secure anyway. PDF has some kind of watermarking, but with USDZ, I'm not quite sure yet. But at least with QR code, people can scan it and then scan and find the owner, the creator or the owners, if they ever want to contact the owners. And this I don't know, USDZ has a lot of potential. I think if it has some kind of slider or button that people can just tap on the phone, that's can be interesting. So yeah, how did I create this? I want to explain a little bit. It's very simple. Basically, you have your 3D objects here. I have this I generated this base and nothing too fancy. This guy is just a plane, simple square plane, and I just assign a QR code on that plane. It's a square format, so it's very easy. And I export it out and simply convert the OBJ to USDZ. However, one thing to know is that for the QR code to always display like without any kind of shading, you want to use the emissive map. So emissive map is almost like kind of like emitter. It's a shader that's always display as it is. So it doesn't have any kind of shades or reflections or anything, just plain simple emitted texture. So this is what I did for my QR code. So I have the prime material, which is the wood materials, and then I have the QR code. If you want to see, maybe I should do that. Let's make this more interesting, like just remesh it, blocky. So I have this slightly different. File, export, OBJ. So I'll call this handy block, selection only. But I have to select my QR code as well, of course. So 3 being selected, file, export, OBJ, hand, I just call it hand block, selection only. So OBJ is exported, and let's try doing this now. Let's open up a terminal. Let's get a blue color one, ocean, okay. CD desktop and XC run. Let's make this a little bit bigger. XC run USDZ converter. You know the drill. Hand block dot obj, hand block dot USDZ, and VAL for both, and then ASCII, and then yeah. If we just do this without doing anything, we're gonna get our USDZ. Oh, right. It doesn't show anything because I forgot. With remesh, perhaps I don't have a UV. It's gonna get rid of the UV, so I have to just apply and then redo the UV. And now I have to export file, export OBJ, hand block. Just simply reconvert. Wait a few seconds. Now we should have our hands. Okay, our beautiful hand gesture. And now we want to add some kind of material. So just copy this and then paste it down here. So I already have a couple of setup here. Whether I want to make it like a granite or bamboo, maybe maybe try this bamboo. But you might notice that here I have this prime material assigned to our 3D assets, and then at the bottom we have the QR materials. So that's really important. So here, if you can read this line by line, this line simply just gonna generate the material for our USDZ. So copy paste here. If everything works correctly, all my libraries correct, I should be getting our hand with materials. And down the bottom we have the QR codes. You can try scanning this and then see if it works. It simply takes you to my website, I think. And yeah, so yeah, I will give this trophy away when iOS 12 is out on your iPhone or iPad. I will make sure you get this trophy to try on your iPhone or iPad. Okay, so thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.